Yeah, they're still here with me. I would just like to thank you guys for coming up and having this interview with me. And right now we're going to go to a taped story. It's about Nichols Graphics, and it's a spotlight on the people there.
Brosco, and I'm here at the new Nichols Graphics building, and so many Spencer residents have absolutely no idea what goes on inside Nichols Graphics, including me. So today we're going to go through a quick tour of the inside and find out what they actually do.
You get a picture of this. Anthony Roberts here, he's running a Lincoln County paper ballots. Right now he's running a levy they're having this year.
Wow. Do people have to call you to request ballots? Like, how much time do you need?
We start middle of February. They send in the orders for them, and we got till the end of March to get them done, all 50 counties.
Wow.
So that's why it's a short time of a lot of overtime to get them done.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
Come up here.
Okay.
Now Dave Hollins, he runs this press, and he's running Kanawha County right now.
Okay.
Kanawha County is what you call a CES ballot.
Uh-huh. Now, is this like top security type things? Like, can these ballots, is there a certain way they have to be made, and you have to make sure that they get all exactly the right number and stuff?
Exactly. They have to have the exact number, then it's sent to Kanawha County, and the election is held there until election, which is May 14th.
Wow.
So they take care of.
Okay, just have to get it there.
Damn, you knew that, right?
Oh, no.
You know we work with Captain Harris.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. We deal with Captain Harris, which Brad Wilson's dad was.
Yeah, okay.
This right here is a thing we got into a couple years ago, and it's really picking up this year. What this is a letter we print for health clubs all around the United States. We print for health clubs all around the United States. What they do is they'll run a special promotion, normally like $600 a year. They'll send out 100,000 of these, what you call laser letters, for $99 a year. What they do is it's a direct mailing we do, and it brings in a lot of people. They make a lot of money in a short period of time. Then what happens is most of the people get tired of, you know, how the health industry is. You get all psyched up, work out for a month, and say, I'll go home lay on the couch after I get done doing work, you know.
Right.
So this is a thing where that one's in New York right there, and we printed 40,000 for them.
Well, and now you mail those out for them, or they
What we do is we print the letter, we print the permit in the corner of the envelope, we label the envelope, we stuff all those in the envelope, we seal them, and we mail them out down here at the Spencer Post Office.
Wow.
So by doing that, Spencer Post Office, they've been able to hire another employee.
Oh, wonderful.
We mail out, Spencer Post Office now mails out more letters than anybody in a 100-mile radius. So
wow.
that's really helped them out a lot.
That's great. Yeah. Wonderful.
This right here is our Foundry area. Collators, folders, labelers, perforator, a folder gluer. One of the main things that we're in right now is presentation folders. We do presentation folders for the whole state of West Virginia, Ohio, parts of Kentucky, and parts of Pennsylvania. So we deal with mostly other printers. We don't do much of commercial work. We don't deal with the public. We deal with other printers. Specialty work that other printers can't do.
Oh wow, so they send it to you from that large state area.
Exactly. One printer can't justify the equipment that we have because they don't do enough of it. But we do work for 200 printers.
Oh wow.
So that's able to justify the work that we bring in for our specialty work, you know. So it's a lot easier dealing with the printers for us because they understand the lingo, you know. They understand what we're talking about. And it's their responsibility to get the people they're working with to understand them, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's good. Yeah, wonderful.
Back here is the stock room. This is where we keep all of our stock, all of our paper. This is also the shipping area. Comes in on UPS or freight trucks, comes in here, goes out to our cutter, which is our first machine out here. Then it's distributed, the paper is distributed to whatever press is running that certain particular job. After it's done, it comes back, it's cut down the way it should be, it's wrapped up, we send it back out. So it's a little process here.
How much paper do you think you go through a month?
Thousands and thousands of pounds of it.
Really?
Yeah. We have a job coming in tomorrow. It's 7,000 pounds of paper.
Oh my gosh, just for one job?
Just for one job.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we got a month to turn that around. And then right now we have 165 jobs in here. So you're constantly having to keep 165 jobs in your head, and everybody's calling, and you can only do so much at one time, you know.
Right.
But our employees have been great, working lots of hours, getting it out. We've really been pressuring them, and they've been handling it really well. We've got a good bunch of employees.
About how many people does Nichols Graphics employ?
We have about 15 employees. We just hired a few more. Hopefully down the road within the year, we'll be able to hire another person, and hopefully it'll grow, you know.
Great. Wonderful. Yeah.
I remember when you were in here for the value mart, had that, remember, for the Halloween thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't that good?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot different from from Value Mart's Halloween show.
Exactly. It is.
Much different.
It is. Right here, this is John Parsons, and he's running what you call a windmill, letterpress windmill. He's running envelopes right now. We probably produce about 200,000 to 300,000 envelopes a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And these are mostly for like large corporations, or?
Well, for other printers, like this one is for Jackson County Health Department. We do this through other printers. Other printers send in the orders. We produce them. Like I said, it's about 200,000 to 300,000 envelopes a month that we do.
Wow. And this is the machine that does it?
Yeah,
all the envelopes?
Non-stop operation right now.
Wow. That's great.
Kind of a monotonous job, but
yeah, I bet. Just watching the envelopes come out. How far back would it set you if this machine broke?
Just depends how long it was down.
Oh, really?
Just depends how long it was down. Most of the time when one of our pieces of equipment breaks down, the guys usually know how to fix it.
Oh, really?
So we don't have to call in a technician to come in, and the guys have ran them for so long that they've learned all the ins and outs, and they can usually fix them themselves. But these presses right here, they don't break down.
Oh, they don't?
They don't break down that often. In the printing industry, the Heidelberg presses are kind of have a reputation like Mercedes-Benz has in vehicles.
Okay.
They're built really good. Built over in Germany. Built strong. They're good presses. We hadn't had hardly any trouble with our Heidelberg presses.
Oh, wonderful. That's great.
We're having a open house, I think the middle of April. Right now we have a full-time carpenter / painter / handyman. He's fixing up, painting everything. As you can see, everything we're trying to
making it look pretty.
Make it look nice. He's been working with us for a couple of months now, full-time, just doing that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so for your open house, is that just for other businesses to come in, or just...
Right. We're going, the whole building, we're going to try to have an open house for the whole building. Like I said, I think it's around the middle of April for us, the Department of Agriculture and the Department of Human Resources. So everybody can go through and see each business all at once, you know.
Wow, that's great. Great. metal pieces for? I don't know these. Are these for like the printers or just?
You guys don't have enough time to listen to the...
Okay, just small parts, huh?
I can't explain.
Okay.
These machines right here, a machine called the computer.
Hi, we're back, and I'm here with a few more people from our town. I've got Matthew Christensen and Walter Westfall. But before I talk to them, I've got a few announcements. One is we'd like to thank Linda Hoff for her donation of $25. That's great. Thank you very much. Michelle Farmer called in with a $25 donation, so we'd like to thank her also. And Bernard and Evelyn Griffith called in with a $25 donation, and I'd like to thank them as well. We've got some updates on the totals for our giveaways, our prizes, and as of now, the totals are for the football, it's Bob and Anita Ashley with $150. The candle holders is Western Auto with $115. The baseball is still John and Karen Denby at $100. The wall hangings is Joyce Conrad at $100. And the Stephen King book is still Stephen Martin at $150. And the mailbox is Gerald Titus at $50. So those are the totals right now, and you can keep on calling in, adding more to your original donation, or putting in a new donation as well. Our grand total as of now is $2,025. So we'd like to thank everybody who's contributed so far. And as I said, I'm here with Walter and Matthew. Walter, who are your parents?
Karen and Westfall.
And Matthew, how about you?
Mary Quick and Carol Christensen.
And do you guys both go to school at Spencer Middle School?
Yeah.
And what grade are you guys in?
I'm in 6th and 7th.
Oh, great. So, Matthew, what was your part in Our Town tonight?
I was a paper boy, Cy Crammel.
And did you have many lines?
No, not very many.
Not very many. Do you remember any of them right now? Do you want to tell us one on the air?
Okay. Morning, Howie.
Pretty good. You've got that down, Matthew. I'm sure you're good at it tonight. How about you, Walter? What were you in the play?
I'm a stagehand.
And what does that involve? What did you have to do tonight?
Clean up, take on the props, take them off.
Yeah, well, that sounds really important. Were there some other people with your crew?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, that's great. Are you guys both looking into doing more plays, maybe in junior high or in high school?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah, I bet you guys are pretty worn out. Are you looking forward to tomorrow night?
Not really. No.
Okay. Well, were you guys nervous for tonight?
Yeah.
Were you?
Very.
Yeah, I bet. Did you look outside or look out into the crowd and see a lot of people?
I thought someone was going to forget a line and we were going to forget to take on the props.
Yeah, that would worry me too. Were you afraid you were going to forget your lines, Matthew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Well, thanks so much for being with us, guys. I'm sure you're pretty tired and want to head home so you can get rested up for tomorrow's performance. So, okay, well, thanks for being with us. And I'm going to go over now to Justin, who has some more cast members from our town.
Thank you, Bree. I really appreciate that. Of course, here with me is Mr. and Mrs. Williams. I can't call you by your first names because you're teachers. And that just doesn't seem right to call teachers by their first name. I can't do it. So, I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Williams, and you all were both in the play. Would you like to tell me what you were in the play?
Well, I have roles. I'm in the chorus. I sing, and in one act, I play a dead person.
Wow, that seems pretty easy. I mean, no lines or anything.
Well, actually, we do have lines. We have Talking Dead in this play.
Oh, interesting.
But it is quite a challenge to sit quietly and not move and really take on the dead stare.
Oh, yeah, well, that would be. What about you? What do you play?
I'm the sheriff or constable of Grover's Corners.
Wow, interesting.
And I have several lines, not a whole lot, but I'm in each of the 3 acts. In the first act, in the first 2 acts, and then the 3rd act, I come back in part of the scene where Emily comes back from the dead, and also at that point in time in the play, I'm dead also. But it was a lot of fun.
It's a very interesting play, it sounds like. I mean, Talking Dead, coming back from the dead. I mean, kind of interesting. How long does the performance last? How long did it last this evening?
I think about right at 2 hours.
Really?
Right at 2 hours. So we started at 7, and it was over about 6:50 or 8:55.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Is there like, I mean, did you all enjoy it? I mean, do you like doing plays? I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work,
Right,
and a lot of hours in practicing, but it's been a lot of fun and a lot of camaraderie with the cast members. When I was in high school, I was in a musical play that our high school did, and then when I was in college, I was in concert choir and sang quite a bit, so I like getting involved in things.
Have you ever been in a play before?
I was in several plays in high school, and
Right.
the last time I performed was in college. I was in a play when I was in college, and I haven't done anything like that since. But so it was enjoyable.
Well, I know that moving along here, I know that you're involved with the school activities, sports and stuff. I know you helped out basketball, you coached for football, and some things you do. I mean, just give an overview of what you do. I mean, you do a lot with sports, and I mean, a lot of people don't recognize that. And I just, just give you time to recognize that.
Well, with football, I'm assistant varsity football coach with Coach Hamrick and Coach Hardman, Coach Lilly. I served this past year as the defensive coordinator for the varsity, and also the defensive coordinator for the JV team. Coach Hardman and I are in charge of the JV team, and he takes care of the offense, and I take care of the defense. And then on Friday nights at varsity games, of course, I take care of the defense and call them the defensive signals and those things, and try and make sure everybody gets on the field during when we need a special team, punting team, or whatever. And of course, that's it's a pretty hectic thing to keep track of, and you got to make sure there's 11 players out there, and every once in a while we slip up and somebody forgets to be there.
Yeah.
And all. But as far as basketball is concerned, since the last 2 years, I've taken care of the scorebook and taken all the scores for both JV and varsity.
Which takes a lot of time.
Yes, it does. And last year, Coach Lilly's first year, when everybody was traveling, we took the van, and I took all the equipment and players' bags, and tried to get to the, when we were traveling, tried to get there before the bus did, so to have everything unloaded.
Safe.
So all you had to do was pick them up as you came in. Yes, safely, I might add. And then this year, I just, with having a smaller traveling squad in terms of the number of people, with the cheerleaders not traveling with us on a regular basis, we really didn't need the van. We had a little bit more room. So most of the time, I just rode the bus and kept the book. And then, of course, I have a computer program at home that I keep the stats on.
Wow.
And of course, I've done that as far as the stats are concerned ever since Roane County High School opened. I did that, although I did not keep the book the first year for Coach Camp, but I did keep his stats and made sure that they got called into the Parkersburg paper every other week when they published them. And then, of course, I did the same thing this year.
Well, that's good. And what is your weightlifting? We have a powerlifting team here.
Well, I've got involved in weightlifting about 6 years ago when my oldest son, DJ, decided it was time to start lifting weights. He was an 8th grader at Spencer Middle School, and it was time to get ready to, he knew he was going to play football in high school, and he knew he needed to lift. So I got involved lifting with him, and we would go over at, we'd get hooked up with Delbert Blosser, who was a custodian here at the school, and we'd go over at 11 o'clock at night and work out for an hour and a half, and with Delbert after he got off from work.
Right.
And we did that, we probably started in March of his 8th grade year, and we did that until school was out. And then we continued lifting in the summer and all. And then 2 years ago, when my good friend Bob North came to town, he kind of steered me towards powerlifting, because Delbert and I, we, not that we were ever going to compete, but we were pretty much bodybuilding,
Right.
And there's a big difference between bodybuilding and powerlifting. And so Bob convinced us that powerlifting was the thing that we needed to do. And so I got involved in that and competed a couple of times. And
How have you done?
I've won both times competed. As a matter of fact, we just competed about 2 weeks ago down at Beckley in the West Virginia State Powerlifting Championships. I'd like to, I qualified for the National Masters competition this summer in St. Louis. I'd like to go, but that, you know, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Maybe if I could round up some sponsors or something, I might undertake that. But I would like to represent Roane County in West Virginia at that, if, you know, if that so happens. But we went to this competition in March there about 2 weeks ago, and we had 5 people: myself, Delbert and Bob, Rob Dunn, and Starcher, Kristen Starcher's mother, Debbie Starcher. And we went down to Beckley and competed. And had we entered as a team, they have a team competition. And had we entered as a team, we would have won. There were a couple other teams there. There was a team from Beckley and a team from Buchanan.
Right.
And we found out after the competition was over, if we'd entered as a team, we would have taken first place. So we're talking about maybe next year when we go entering as a team and everything. And we have scheduled a powerlift. We had a powerlifting, or not a powerlifting competition, but we had a bench press competition last year in an effort to raise some money for our weight room and to be able to buy some little equipment and things. And this year we're going to expand a little bit. Not only are we going to have the bench press competition, we're also going to have a deadlift competition. And so hopefully we'll get some more people involved and maybe raise a few more dollars.
Well, definitely. It sounds like a good program, and I hope you do get some sponsors, and you know, get a good, maybe a chance to go to St. Louis.
Thank you, Justin.
I hope you do. Really, I honestly do. Well, speaking of your trainer, maybe I guess you could call Bob North.
He is my trainer.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And he's a very nice guy. He helps out everybody. I know he helps you out with the football team and everybody, and he even helps me out every now and then when I'm up there. You know, and I'm definitely not a powerlifter. So anyway, we want to go. We have a tape of Bob North, and we want to go to that tape now.
Adversity. That's a word well known by powerlifting champion Bob North. As a child, he was paralyzed for many months because of a bone disease and congenital back and hip deformity. Then at the age of 33, North suffered from paralysis again for about 3 weeks. He worked himself until he was able to get up and run a little each day, and then finally he was running 5 to 13 miles each day. Then he was encouraged by his brother, a certified weight trainer, to get involved in powerlifting. In North's first competition at the age of 50, he came in last, and that drove him to work harder. And with his hard work, he has won 4 Ohio State powerlifting championships and has also come in second in the nation, and third in the world in 1987, and first in the nation in 1988. A year ago, North was planning to compete in a West Virginia tournament and had a massive heart attack a month before the tournament. A second attack occurred in the hospital before doctors could perform the triple bypass. The heart problem was linked to heredity. But once again, adversity is just an everyday word to Bob North because he's back in the weight room lifting with his training partner Delbert Blosser. They both had planned to compete in February of '95, but Blosser lifted as North only watched his training partner capture 4 state titles. But that was last year. Now another chapter has been added to this incredible story. Both North and Blosser competed in the 1996 American Drug-Free Powerlifting Association.
Okay, welcome back to Roane County High School, Spencer. My name is Gerald Titus, and I have with me, back by popular demand, not Laura and Rebecca, but the doll. We've had a lot of interest. We raffled off one earlier this evening that Laura's mother won, which I might add is total coincidence. I promise. Anyways, we've had a lot of calls about people wanting the other doll, wanting to buy the other doll, wanting to have another raffle. So we said, why not? We said it's all in the spirit of Channel 2, and so we're going to raffle off this doll You don't have to pay money. Once again, call in. Our phone operators will take your name, and we're going to have another drawing. And if you called in before, you still have to call in again because we threw all the names away. And that's about all I have. I just want to say this was made by my great-grandmother, Vern Titus. She's 94 years old, and...
93, actually.
Well, okay. She's 93 years old. Thank you, Laura. Anyways, she made these when she was about 80 years old, and they're pretty neat. So call in if you want one. I'm out of here.
I'm here with Rebecca Kaufman-Daffer. She was a member of our Channel 2 staff last year, but she graduated and she's back. Not for Channel 2 though. She is here because she won the 1996 Strawberry Festival pageant. Anyway, so when and where was this pageant?
It was at Buchanan Upshur High School in Buchanan, West Virginia on March 9th.
Wow, so this was like your first pageant, and you did really well.
It was the first one I'd ever been in, and I just went there to have fun and to meet people, and things turned out better than I ever expected them to.
When is the actual festival?
The festival is May 22nd through the 26th in Buchanan, West Virginia.
How were you selected? I'm sure this was a pretty difficult process.
Well, there were 26 contestants in my division, the Queen Division, and there were 3 categories. There was the interview where we personally interviewed with each of the 3 judges, and then there was an evening gown competition and a streetwear competition.
Wow, that was all kinds of things.
Yes.
I'm sure you had a lot of time and money spent in that, so.
Yes, and I'd like to again thank my sponsors for all their help. My sponsors were Traders Bank, Taylor Vandal Funeral Home, Blimpies of Spencer, Main Street Exxon, Dawn and Daisy Maddox, and Delegate Bob Ashley.
Looks like it all paid off for you, so all these sponsors.
Yes, it
all
did.
worked out pretty well.
Yes.
So what are your responsibilities for being named the Strawberry Festival Queen?
Well, as the 1996 West Virginia Strawberry Festival Queen, I am required to compete in the 1997 Miss West Virginia USA pageant, which will be held in November. And also I am to participate in the West Virginia Association of Fairs and Festivals pageant, which will be in January.
Wow,
in
well,
Charleston.
good luck in all of that, and
Well,
thanks
thank
for
you.
being here.
Well, thank you, Laura.
I wish you were still a member of our Channel 2 staff.
Well,
It's
I
pretty
missed
lonely
it.
without you.
Oh, well, I missed it. It was a lot of fun.